Hello, Madridistas, and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk. You know, the English show from Eternal Campeon that is brought to you every week, every Monday at 3:30 p.m. Spanish time. And today we bring you our program number 4. We recently started, and we have not many things to talk about since it's the international break, and because it's international break and the national teams are playing whatever matches they're playing. There's no real football, so Real Madrid hasn't played this week, so there's no matches to analyze or to discuss. But since last week we didn't have a normal show. As you remember, we had a special guest, Christophe Terrier, who came to talk to us a little bit more about Eden Hazard and how he might be feeling at the moment. He personally knows him, and if you haven't seen that show, I really recommend it. You can watch it here on our previous videos. Is our episode 3. If not, you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube or on Twitch so far. And so for today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more about how Real Madrid is doing in the 2 competitions that we're still trying to win. We're going to see our schedule for the next couple weeks and talk a little bit about those matches and how is gonna how is it looking for our team coming up to April, where we're having a very tough schedule. We're basically playing for both La Liga and Champions League. If we're not able to win the upcoming matches, we'll probably be too late. It'll be decided. But before we do get into all that, and before we start talking about the upcoming matches, I remind you to follow us on our Twitch channel, Eternal Real. You can follow us there. You'll be notified every time that we upload a video. As you know, the channel is mainly in Spanish. This is the only English section, so everything else will be in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, you can watch the other content. If not, just tune in every Monday at 3:30 to this section, Real Talk, that is in English for all those non-Spanish fans out there. You can subscribe on Twitch. If not, for those that are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe there, to follow us, activate the little bell to get all the notifications, to like and share. That really helps us a lot to get to spread our program out there. And last thing that I'm gonna remind you to do is to follow us on our social media. You can follow me on my Twitter account at Roy with an I, the number 2 and the letters BO, Roy2BO. And you can follow Eternal Campeon on Twitter at Eternal Campeon RM. You can also follow us with the same name on Instagram. And our website is www.eternal-campeon.es. And there you have articles weekly and almost daily about Real Madrid in Spanish for now, because I was too lazy to continue the Spanish section. Didn't have the time. But let's get into it now. Last week we didn't have time to talk about the last 2 matches that Real Madrid had with the visit from Christophe. But if you're good fans, you know that we won against Atalanta. We drew Liverpool for the quarterfinals in the Champions League, and if we beat Liverpool, we would be facing the winner between Chelsea and Porto. So on paper, we got the easy side of the bracket. On the other side, you have PSG and Bayern Munich facing each other, and Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund facing each other. And whoever wins those matchups will be our potential final rival if we were to make it to the finals. But there's still a long way to that. We still have to go over Liverpool, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit when we talk about our schedule for the upcoming weeks. But in La Liga, we had a match against Celta de Vigo. We won. We scored 3 goals. They scored one. Um, First half was very on our favor. We were dominant. Second half, not so much. There was a lot of bad calls. I'm not gonna get into it today because it's already past. But we were able to get the 3 points. So right now we're gonna see the standings for La Liga to see our situation. Let me get that to you. Here it is. So right now, this is the standings for La Liga. We're still on third place. Right now, everyone has played the same amount of matches, so no one has a match in hand. But as you can see, uh, we are third with 60 points. We're 2 points behind second place Barcelona, and 6 points away from Atletico Madrid. Good thing about our matchup against Atletico is that we have the tiebreaker on our favor. So, in case of tying on points at the end of the season, we would have the tiebreaker and we would place on top. We is still not determined if we have the tiebreaker on our favor against Barcelona. We did beat them the first match this year. So right now it would be on our favor, but we still have to play them again. So if we're able to draw, win, or only lose by one, we would have the tiebreaker on our favor. But of course, obviously, we want to win that match because that would help us move into second place and would be against a direct rival. So that's as of right now. Atletico Madrid has not yet played Barcelona, so that's one match to look forward to for them to drop points. I think they still have to play Sevilla as well, and a few others. Let me check real fast so I don't lie to you. La Liga. So yeah, Atletico Madrid will play Sevilla this Sunday, April 4th, uh, in Sevilla. So they will be the visitors. So that's another important match to watch because Sevilla is still here. They have their fourth place pretty secure, but they still have options to move to third place. So that match against Atletico would be an opportunity for Atletico to drop points and for us to catch up if we are able to win our matches. On Monday, April 5th, Barcelona plays Valladolid. That won't be on paper. It wouldn't be a difficult match for them. Valladolid is fighting to stay on first division. As you can see here, they're 16th on the table, and they're only about 4 points clear of relegation. So they need to win, but on paper, Barcelona should have an easy match. And we face Eibar on Saturday, April 3rd. So once again, we play before our direct rivals, which is, to me, it's a good thing because if we're able to win, we put the pressure on them, and the pressure is on them to not drop points. We play again 4:15. I think that's 3 or 4 matches in a row for La Liga that we play in the afternoon, which is, in my opinion, not great. Um, Rather play at night, but we play at home. Eibar right now, they're number 18th, so they're on relegation, but they're 2 points from uh, a safe spot on the table that would allow them to stay on first division. It's not going to be an easy match because both teams are playing for a lot. And then after that, gonna see like the toughest matches that our rivals have, and then I'll talk about ours. Atletico plays Betis. That would be another tough matchup. Then Barca plays in a few weeks Getafe. On paper, it should be an easy enough match, but as we've seen Atletico the other day, they dropped points against them. It's a very tough team to beat. And then Atletico has Athletic Club Bilbao. That will be another tough matchup for them, even though Athletic Club has been on the middle of the table for most of the year. They have had a pretty successful season. They won the Super Cup. They are in the final for the King's Cup, as well as the final for the King's Cup of last year that hasn't been played yet, and they will be played during this spring. So that's another tough match for Atletico. And then Barcelona plays at Villarreal, so that's another match for them to possibly lose points. So there's a lot of things still to play for, and the La Liga is not decided yet. We're still in the fight, even though we're 6 points behind. But as we've seen, there's a lot of interesting and tough games coming up for all of the teams fighting for first place. And right now, I'm gonna put on our schedule for the next couple weeks because, as I said, these will determine if we remain alive or not in both competitions. So we already talked a little bit about this upcoming match on Saturday, April 3rd, 4:15 p.m. Madrid time against Eibar. But then on Tuesday, just 3 days later, we play the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals against Liverpool, and we play at home. That will be a tough match. Liverpool has not been the Liverpool of the past 2-3 seasons, especially last season where they in the Premier League they seemed unstoppable. Um, this year they've had a lot of injuries, a lot of players getting hurt, especially on defense. I believe that they still don't have their starting lineup, their starting defense uh, recovered, and they won't for our match. But then we've had a lot of injuries as well. I think right now we're at number 47 for the season, 48, which I believe is the record for most injuries by a team in the modern era of football. So even though Liverpool is not at its best, it's still a tough team to beat. They have a pretty good offensive line. Um, we still have difficulties scoring goals. The only forward that has consistently scored in the last 3 years is Benzema. It's true that Asensio in the last couple matches has gotten a couple of goals coming off the bench. So who knows? Maybe that's a better role for him to be coming off the bench to score rather than be a starter. But after April 6th, that we have this crucial match against Liverpool. We play Saturday again, uh, April 10th at 9 against Barcelona. And that's going to be a tough match because, as I said before, if we are able to win, if we're able to beat Barcelona, we would move past them on the La Liga table if we're able to beat Eibar this weekend, and it would put us closer to our goal of finishing first. We would get clear Barcelona by 1 point if we win, and we would have the tiebreaker on our favor. So, in a hypothetical case of tying on points, we would have the tiebreaker. So, let me see right now. Just want to make sure that the information I have is correct. So, yeah, we play at home against Barcelona that match, and I think both teams have improved lately. It's Barcelona has it started the year really bad, but in the last few matches they've been able to find some type of consistency, and especially on the in the offensive department. So not going to be an easy match for either team, but it's crucial for us to stay in the race for La Liga, because if we don't win this match, it would virtually put us out of any chances of trying to finish on the top spot. And then again, 4 days later, we face Liverpool for the on the second leg of the quarterfinals to see if we make it to the semifinals of the Champions League. So within what, a week, we have Liverpool, Barca, Liverpool. 3 matches where we will be deciding the fate. The fate of our team will be decided in both competitions, the Champions League and La Liga. Um, I don't know who Barcelona plays on the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I will, because that's one of the things they have in their advantage. They don't have Champions League because they got out, they got eliminated. So where for the Clásico we will be focusing on Barcelona, of course, trying to get the 3 points, but we will have, I would say, half our minds will be also on the match against Liverpool to decide if we go to the semifinals. And Barcelona, they can focus fully on La Liga right now because it's the only major title that they're fighting for. So let me get back to the regular screen. So right now, that is our situation for both competitions. We are fighting uh, to stay alive at this moment. In La Liga, we're 6 points behind first place, so it's a bit more difficult because we don't depend on ourselves. It doesn't depend on us. It depends on the other two teams dropping points along the way, but it's still possible. For the Champions League, it's completely on our hand to advance to the semifinals and possibly to the final if we do our homework and we do things right. Um, right now, for the next match, I believe most players are healthy. It's true that during this international break, Tony Kroos was hurt. I don't think he was before actually playing with Germany during practice. He felt some discomfort and he had to return home. So he's recovering at the moment, and everything makes it look like he'll be available for the Champions League clash against Liverpool. I'm not sure about Avar. I don't think he'll be ready. So we'll have to trust in Fede Valverde. That has been. I think he's back, even though there were some rumors that he might not be fit either. So we'll see. There was a big scare with Luka Modric because there was a nasty, nasty tackle that he suffered during the first match that Croatia played on his ankle that seemed very dangerous and that he might have been injured. But apparently he's fine. He'll be back for the next match. And good news, Danny Carvajal is back with the team, practicing, trying to get back into match shape. He got the medical clearance. Now he just needs to get ready to play, and he will be most likely available for the Champions League. Not sure for La Liga. And then the other big name that it's still a question. We can put a question mark for his availability is Sergio Ramos, our captain that did not play against Celta because he had some pain in his leg. Then went with the national team, played the first 45 minutes and got subbed. Did not play at all the second match. We'll see if he plays the third, but right now things are not looking really good for his total shape. And I think he should have stayed home, stayed at Madrid, practice with the team, and get fully fit for our upcoming matches. Because as we said, we're playing for the whole season right now. So right now we don't know if he's 100% or he'll be back or not. Good news is that Nacho does not play for the national team, surprisingly, but better for us. And he's been in top form the last 10 matches that we've played. I think we've not lost a single match with him on the starting lineup. And the other good news is that for the moment, Rafael Varane is still available. He hasn't gotten injured with France, and we'll knock on wood that it'll stay the same. So our injuries seem to start to get better, and hopefully everything stays. For Eden Hazard, he's still out. We don't know when he'll be back. But during this international break, he did travel to see the Belgium national team to to work with some of their medical staff there to see better ways for him to recover. And apparently, he's confident of making a comeback, but we don't know when. Uh, we have a comment here from one of our viewers, Arya, saying Ramos wants to break records with the national team. Seems that way, that he wants to keep extending his record. I don't know if he's already been like the Spanish player with most national team starts or not. I know he wants to either get it or extend it. Also, Spain is struggling. Their national team is not good at all. No one cares anyway. And they're risking going to the World Cup, which would be his fifth. But at the end of the day, Real Madrid is a team that pays him, and it should be the team that he has his full commitment dedicated to. Now, before we finish today, it'll be a short short program because there's not much to talk about. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about our women's team that had a very important match this past weekend against Deportivo, and they're still fighting to to qualify for the Women's Champions League next season. So I'm gonna um, show you the standings real quick. So for the first division for the women's league in Spain, Barcelona clear clear winners at this point. They've been dominating this league for years, and they're far ahead from like most of the other teams. They haven't lost or dropped any points so far this season. They have scored 103 goals and only conceded 3. So that's a plus 100 goal average, which is insane. Have 63 points. They have 3 games in hand. It's impossible to catch up to them. It's a team that as I said, for years have been playing together. They've consolidated a very good football program, and right now they will win La Liga this year again. Second place, we have Levante. We had very bad luck against Levante a couple weeks ago when we were playing against them. The match was 0-0 or 1-1. It was 1-1, I believe. Um, Either way, we were drawing, tying at the last minute of the match. Our girls were dominating the possession, the tempo of the game, pushing forward, trying to get that late winner. And I think it was minute 90, 91. It was already injury time in one of our uh, offensive possessions. We lost the ball. Levante had a quick counter, and they found the end of the back of the net and were able to get those 3 points. So it was very heartbreaking for our team because we deserved definitely more than losing that match. But we're still on third place at the moment with 50 points, and it's true that the team behind us, Madrid CFF, they have 48. They're 2 points behind us, but they have a game in hand, so they could move past us if they win that, but we'll hope not. But as of now, for our first year as the official Real Madrid team, a new team, a lot of new players. They're doing amazing to be third place, fighting to qualify for the Champions League. And I'm gonna show you the highlights of that match against Deportivo because it was a very tough match. We had a we had a lot of difficulties during the first half, trying to break their defense. We created a few chances, but they were defending very well. But we were able to get the victory. So here are the highlights of that game. Put it full screen. So this was our goal. Is a beauty from Marta Cardona. How he flicks it with like the back heel into the back of the net. Impossible for the goalkeeper to see. It was an amazing goal. Uh, Probably one of the best goals that I've seen in this year for them. This girl is something else. She's like magic every time she touches the ball, and to me, it's a clear sign for those people that think that there's no good football in women's football. Very mistaken. Look at how She flicks it. She is looking at the goal. It's definitely intentional, and impossible for the keeper. And that got us on the scoreboard, broke the tie, and then we were still very superior. And during the minute 80, Sophia Jacobson just killed the match with that goal. I hope she stays. There's a lot of question marks about her renewing her contract. She's one of our most important and dangerous players. So I hope she's able to figure it out with the club and stay. But great goal, using her speed. She's really fast. Great first touch, better finish, and that brought the match basically to an end. It was minute 80, 81. It was 2-0 on our favor, and very important 3 points that keep us fighting for La Liga Iberdrola, and not for La Liga, but qualifying for the Champions League. My bad. But anyway, this is it for our show today. We'll hope to have more things to talk about next week, because, as I said, international break, boring as hell. There's nothing to see. I personally don't like international football. The only international football that I might enjoy is the World Cup or the Euros once the quarterfinals arrive, and even then, I prefer to watch the Champions League any day. But for those of you that like international football and are watching it at the moment, well, hope you enjoy it, and hopefully there's no injuries, because we need all our players now, because we have a very tough month of April. So don't forget to follow us on our Twitch channel if you like. You'll be notified every time that we have a video, and you'll be able to keep in touch. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe, um, activate the bell, share, like, all that stuff. It helps us. Follow us on our social media that you see over here, but most importantly, the one that you see over there, my personal Twitter account, which is where you'll see most of the information for this section, Real Talk. If you have any questions, anything that you want to talk about next week, anything that you want me to answer for you, uh, message me on Twitter or tweet by tagging me or using the hashtag Real Talk, and next week we'll address it. And for those of you that have been waiting for the Spanish translation from our last episode, where we interviewed Christophe Terrier, we're halfway through it. Hopefully, we'll have it next week, but it takes a lot of time. It's about an hour of a program that we have to translate and add the captions. And when I say we, I mean me. So hopefully, it'll be there soon. It was great talk with him. We'll learn a lot about the human side of Eden Hazard. And if you haven't seen it and you speak English, go ahead and watch it in this channel. It's our episode 3. So until next time, like I always say, Ala Madrid.